Hi everyone, here's a really simple but really effective card, and you know, some of these really simple cards are just the most wow. This was one that was sort of cased from Diana Langman, and I've just altered it a bit to suit, you know, what I wanted to do. So I've done them in silver and gold because at that time I didn't have enough silver or gold to do all my kits the same. So I'm doing a gold one. Right, I'm using thick white cardstock, which I'm just cutting half of a sheet of A4 in our case and scoring it in half again. And then because the foil was all going to be hidden, I cut out from the postage die out of the centre of it because I can use that again on another project. I do 20 odd card kits a month, 22 usually, and that means I've got 22 centres for another project instead of wasting it by having it covered up by the embossed layer. So I'm going to attach that. I did get a new tombow out. I thought that one was pretty much finished. Whoops. Got to be real careful not to squeeze it, and especially when it's new. Just kind of let it flow, and if it stops, just give it a shake rather than squeezing it. Okay, so that frame just fits perfectly on the card front. I don't need to give you measurements because it'll all depend if this piece is 8 1/4 by 5 3/4, or whether it's 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, which is the letter size. So I've embossed the piece, and this is using, oh gosh, I didn't bring it over with me. I'll put it in the comments, the embossing folder, but it's really beautiful with that big flower in the centre. And you can also drag an ink pad over this and highlight all the high spots, or you can do the reverse side and do that in black and then colour in all the low spots, and that's really effective. So I'm going to attach that. And put that on top of the gold. So while that's setting, I'll quickly go and get that embossing folder name for you. It's called Floral Spray, and it's a 3D embossing folder. So you need your grey plate and your base plate with this in the middle. Okay, I mean, it's pretty on its own. Oh, and you could use any embossing folder for this gold part. It was sort of a basket weave one that I used, and it's probably retired. But look, just use any of your close patterned embossing folders to give you that extra detail on the edge. Right, now I've stamped this in, oh gosh, it was using a special moment stamp set that has so many sets, and it is retired. But look, just go to a nice set that's got the sentiment that you want it to be. I could actually have embossed this as well, the same as that, but I haven't. And I just attach my sentiment to the foil and then cut around it. It's really easier than trying to cut a piece exactly to fit. And then, you know, it's often just a little bit out of alignment. Now that can have dimensionals to attach it to the card if I had them, and I haven't. I did peel some off and left them on my desk. That's okay, it can go flat. Still look fine. up the right way. Right, now I use the stars to decorate the gold on my sample because I didn't have any gold coloured gems, but just use whatever you've got. Even if you haven't got any, it still looks lovely. So I hope you like that card and you'll make one, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.